Okay, I'm going to show you a quick configuration of a GPS SIM cable with X-Plane 1010. So we're very simple installation. Either on your computer or laptop you have either a serial RS-232 port or a USB to RS-232. So you connect the cable to the port, and then we're going to go into our settings menu in X-Plane. And I'm going to joysticks and equipment, and we'll go down the equipment tab, and you're going to select the COM port that you are using for the port, for the serial port that you're going to connect the serial cable to, GPSsimcable, and select NEMA driven device, and that's it. And that's how you that's the configuration for X-Plane. Okay, this will be a video demonstration of the capabilities of the GPSsimcable. What we're going to do is, this is X-Plane 10.10, and we're going to do a flight from Gastonia, North Carolina to Shelby, North Carolina, and demonstrate the capabilities of the cable. Currently, the cable is connected to an iPad, and you can see that the cable at this position here, and we're currently utilizing the new version of Foreflight 4.6, and you can see the aircraft positioned on the runway at Gastonia inside Charlotte's Class B airport airspace area, and we have a flight programmed in there direct to Shelby, North Carolina. You can see the new interface that Foreflight has. That's very similar to an FMS. It's very cool. And here we have a Columbia 400 simulated in X-Plane, along with Reality XP's GNS 530 positioned at Alpha Kilo Hotel. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off to Shelby, and we'll follow the flight on the iPad, and we'll do a GPS approach into Shelby. Okay, we just took off out of Alpha Kilo Hotel, and we're climbing. Have the autopilot engaged, and you can see that on the iPad on Foreflight shows us climbing out here, and we're going to go ahead and engage the heading mode on the autopilot, and we're going to turn to a heading of 330. As you see, I would have already been busted. Just violated the Charlotte Class B airspace. So as we'll start to turn, we'll engage the nav mode and try to pick up the magenta line there, and direct to Shelby County Airport. You can see we're doing a nice turn here. There's Kings Mountain in the background. And you can see on the Foreflight that tracking GPS altitude, bearing to the next station. So we'll go ahead and intercept the magenta line course to Shelby. see on the GNS 530, we'll be intercepting that course line. And there's Kings Mountain in the distance on the X-plane. And you can see the 530 starting to intercept the course line to Shelby. Okay, so what I've done is programmed in the GNS 530 the GPS5 approach into Shelby County Airport, and you can see that we're starting to make our turn to the appropriate fix for the GPS approach. So what I'm going to do is program the GPS approach into Foreflight so that we can demonstrate that. So you can see that we have the GPS approach programmed in the GNS 530. We're going to be heading over to the Spartanburg VOR fix, and then over at the Foreflight iPad application, we're starting to head to that fix. So we'll go ahead and select the procedure on the Foreflight and see if we get the arrival. And you can see, this is the approach plate for the GPS runway 5 approach. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flip over to the Garmin Pilot application and show you the geo-reference charts on the Garmin Pilot, and as we shoot the approach into Shelby County. Okay, here we are tracking inbound on the GPS5 approach into Shelby, Spartanburg initial approach fix VOR, and I wanted to show you how what the Garmin Pilot looks like on the split screen mode, the new split screen, which is, in my opinion, a great idea on Garmin's part. And you can see the aircraft, the geo-reference charts, aircraft tracking inbound to the Spartanburg initial approach fix for the GPS5, and then we'll do a procedural turn inbound on the course. And you can see over here on the sectional chart on the moving map next to the split, next to the approach plate, we're tracking inbound to the initial approach fix of Spartanburg VOR. So great job to Garmin on putting in this functionality of the split screen. I can zoom back out here and I'll show you. So there's the iPad on the split screen mode, and you can see it's a beautiful day out in North Carolina. Blue skies, severe clear, and we're tracking inbound at 163 knots. Boy, Columbias are fast at 3,000. So once we get to the approach fix, we'll do the course reversal, and track inbound and shoot this approach. Okay, here we are inbound to Shelby County Airport, North Carolina, and we have it programmed in the GNS 530 in course reversal for the GPS5 approach. We're going to be doing the procedure turn here, and we're utilizing Garmin Pilot, a new version of Garmin Pilot on the iPad with the split screen functionality, where we can split the screen with the chart on the right and the sectional on the left, which is very nice. Hands off to Garmin to do a nice feature like that. And again, this is X-plane 1010, and I just wanted to comment on 1010. The level of detail that this simulator has given us to the desktop simulation is amazing. I mean, it has every single terrain database, road database in it. The visuals are stunning. As you can see, I'm panning through here. Let me see if I get an outside view. But the detail is incredible. Okay, so we're headed inbound to the initial approach fix on the GPS-5 approach, and we'll be doing the course reversal here into Shelby County. And you can see here we're initializing the procedural turn. The aircraft is engaged in the autopilot, so tracking inbound very nicely. I'm doing a teardrop entry, and you can see here on the chart, on the georeference chart on Garmin Pilot's application, tracking absolutely perfectly on the georeference chart. And all this is possible with the GPSsimcable connected to the iPad, which is connected to the output of X-Plane on the GPS app. So as you see, we're going to be executing the procedure turn, and then we'll track inbound course to the GPS-5 approach. You can see here we're executing teardrop entry into the initial approach fix on X-Plane, and you can see here we're tracking inbound on the Garmin Pilot application using the split screen functionality, and you can see where we are in relationship to the airport, and that's on the sectional. So this gives you fantastic situational awareness, unprecedented in the technology realm of being a private pilot, and being able to execute this on your desktop computer or your laptop is just amazing to keep your proficiency of where it's needed. You can see now we're tracking inbound. Okay, we're tracking inbound to the next fix on the GPS-5 approach into Shelby. We have the WAS 530 enabled, so we should be capturing glide slope here shortly. You can see here's the approach. So we're at 3,000. And go ahead and set our approach up. Get our flaps in. See, there's our GPS altitude, our heading, and tracking inbound nicely into the airport. Bring our power back a little bit here. I don't know if you can see this, but even simulates the haze, the summer haze, perfectly on X-Plane 1010. Airport's out there in the distance. Okay, we have capture, we have glide slope capture, GPS vertical capture, and starting our descent. Our approach minimums, we'll do the LPV approach at 1084. And we have GS capture on the autopilot. I don't know if you can. I'll bring it over here. You can see that. And you can see runway in the distance. And there we are. Tracking nicely. approach chart, and there's the sectional. It should say low in route IFR chart into Shelby Cleveland County Regional Airport. Put our last notch of flaps in. Calling out our altitude here. You can see the runway in the distance there. And coming down the minimums. 300 feet to go. There's our GPS altitude, 1648. And 1084 is our decision height, but as you see, we got severe clear, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. So and there we are on the chart. I'll zoom out here a little bit, and there you can see 500 feet. And there's the runway. Still on autopilot. So calling out 400. We're at 1093. We're at decision height minimums. As you can see how valuable this tool can be to practice your IFR approaches. 200. Just cut the power back here. And that's it. Okay, we're safely landed at Shelby County Regional Airport, North Carolina. Approach has been successfully completed. You can see we're geo-referenced on the chart at the airport. We're sitting at the airport on the sectional. So